Useless Coin might just be the most honest project in the crypto space. It does nothing, and somehow that's exactly why it's pumping. Welcome to the altcoin hunt, where we separate the alpha from the exit liquidity. Today on deck, we got Useless, a Solana meme coin with a 47-page white paper. We'll get into that. That says nothing, pretty much. No fake roadmaps, no AI, real world asset, DPIN, slop, just pure, unadulterated meme. And the numbers, well, they're not useless. And I honestly love this project. So let's dive into it. We're going to start off with the narrative and the vision. We'll take a look at their website to start. And this is their entire pitch: the world's first cryptocurrency that promises nothing and delivers exactly that. Somehow honestly refreshing from some of the crap I've been reviewing recently. The website in its entirety is straight satire, and I love it. You try to launch the app, it just loads nothing as intended. It dunks on bloated crypto docs. You can see their quote unquote white paper here, 47 pages, which you can't actually download. I've done some download attempts here and I've had a 0 success rate. So there is no white paper, and that honesty is the product. And in a market sick of vaporware, this joke, honestly, it hits. CoinMarketCap even spells it out. It's a meme token on Solana. That's all it is. And it's perfect the way it is. There's no governance. There's no staking. It was launched via the Bonk crowd. It's just pure crypto Twitter culture. And the market cap says that the meme is working. To me, it resonates because the market is flooded with these sort of fake utility, post hoc roadmaps. Explicit uselessness in this case is super refreshing. The website is great, straight to the point, and there's real traction behind this thing. The honest meme portion, there's no bait and switch utility claims, and the native humor does fit the meme rotation for this year and possibly into next year. They have a pretty decent following on X. I mean, look at these posts. Breaking at 378 million. Useless has flipped Clean Core Solutions token. They specialize in advancing cleaning technologies for industrial waste. We specialize in producing waste, and business is booming. I mean, even their X profile hits in terms of the humor. So I'll actually give it a like here. I like it. There's 34,000 holders and increasing. So this thing has some meta behind it. And for that reason, for the narrative and vision, I gave it a 14 out of 20. And let's take a look at some of the tokenomics and supply. Again, before we go to that, you can see there's a roadmap to nowhere. The current progress is still useless, and that's going to be the case. There's also the post-useless arrow, which I thought was cool. Anyway, tokenomics and supply. Again, this was a Solana meme release. There's a billion useless. And the great thing here is that pretty much the entire supply is circulating. So what you see is what you get. There's no hidden emissions. There's no mysterious cliffs or anything like that. No unlock schedule to worry about. And the rug check was good. There was no red flags here on the rug check. You can see top holders is something like 2.8%, 2.8%, 2.6%, and then down the sort of chain you go. So it's not concentrated in any one wallet, which is definitely good. And there's simple supply math, right? There's no confusing emissions for this. It's straightforward. So for that reason, I gave the tokenomics and supply a 13 out of 20. The only reason I didn't give them a higher score was there's no structural sync or utility. Obviously, it's purely priced on the sentiment. You can see over the last 7 days, it's really caught a bid. It's up basically double, 92% in the last 7 days. And it's been kind of in this range back and forth since it was released in early June. So no whale concentration. The top holder dynamics are good. And that's why I gave it the score I did for the tokenomics and supply. And we can move on to the tech and execution, which, there's not much to say here. It ships what it promises, which is nothing, just with crisp, good branding. They even have a community on X, which has 7,500 members, and they post here pretty often. So they're active, which is definitely good. Being on Solana is also a plus because the infrastructure is fast. It's cheap to do transfers or trading. And again, the zero product is the point, but it is dependent on external venues and market makers for liquidity in terms of where it's at right now. So mainly it's been traded on Radium and Coinbase, which is a huge exchange. Binance, Gate, MEXC, KuCoin, all these other ones, even on crypto.com. So it's on all the big exchanges. And tech and execution, I was miffed in terms of what to give it in terms of a score, because the whole point is that there is no tech and execution. So I could have gave him a higher score, but let's just go with 10 out of 20 right down the middle. And we can go to market structure and liquidity. And for this one, honestly, since it was just released, how far it's come in market cap for a meme, it's got real volume. So there's not a ton of slippage here. There's a ton of liquidity. Again, it's on a gargantuan amount of markets. There's 14 pages of markets here, and they have a good mix of centralized exchanges versus decentralized exchanges. So there is momentum behind this thing, and it's as liquid as you would want to be for a newly launched meme coin. And for that reason, I gave it a 13 out of 20 for market structure and liquidity. And we can go on to the last section, which is exit risk and VC stakes. And again, there is no VC. There's no pretense sort of value accrual beyond, number go up for this thing. The upside is that there's no obvious unlock cliffs, given that it's pretty much 100% circulating. The downside is, though, there's no floor besides community stickiness and sort of broader meme alt season risk appetite. So if the timeline moves on, so does the bid. Keep that in mind. I think the best thing about this is that there's a near full float for this token, and that reduces your classical vesting dump risk. And the brand is distinct. Like, I like it. It's straight to the point. The token name is the actual coin name. That is their .com. That is their entire brand. And I thought it was really refreshing. So for the exit risk and VC stakes, I gave it a 12 out of 20. There was nothing really I could give it a higher score for or lower. My brutal take here is that it's funny, it's honest, and the market clearly likes the joke right now. So total score, 62 out of 100. This is a high risk, high reward play. There's no engine under the hood for this, but that's by design. Treat it like a momentum meme with near full float and no cliff risk, not a platform. Size like it can rip 40 to 60 in a week because it can, but be cognizant of the downsides. This thing is purely driven on momentum and sentiment around the actual coin and sort of how active they can stay in the space, and honestly, how relevant they can stay in the space. But I like the honesty. I thought it was funny. It's definitely CT native, and the liquidity is real right now. But don't invent a thesis around this thing that isn't there. It's a momentum play, pure and simple. So I love this coin. I'll definitely be keeping it on the watch list in terms of my meme degen portfolio. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you made it this far with me, thanks for sticking around. If you did like it, you know what to do. I'm not even going to ask you for it. And as always, I'll see you next time for the next altcoin hunt review. Have a great day. Cheers.